Welcome to the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. We discuss 6 questions in 9 minutes because leaders know how to be concise. Let's get started with our guest today. First question, in a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
I am Dr. Elwanda Bennett. I work at the Port of Houston Authority as an employee development specialist. I am engaging with our employees on a daily basis, and it's very exciting.
That sounds like it. That's great. Question number 2, what's the best thing about working with a team?
I love coming in and contributing and also learning the different personalities and how to make the team dynamic stronger and help us form what I call team glue, well, how we stick together when things get tough. And I've really enjoyed just being a part in terms of helping other teammates understand each other better.
That is great. I like that team glue concept. Great
Mhm.
concept. Question number 3, I hear from other leaders of teams that it can be a challenge to get team members engaged. Tell me your thoughts.
One of the reasons why people do not get engaged is because there's a lack of trust, and they don't want to be embarrassed, and they don't want to be hurt. So because of this, they have a strong disconnect at work because they don't feel that they can trust the people they work with. So I'm always focusing on the trust dynamic amongst team members. It's the best way to go.
Well, I'm really glad you tackle that because that is such an important part of a team dynamic is that element of trust. So thank you so much for tackling that part with teams and the folks that you work with. That's a great perspective. Question number 4, what other piece of advice do you have for leaders of teams?
I encourage each leader to put people first as best they can. I know the money's important. I know time's important, but we won't get quality or productivity without the people. I've been in the AI space for a while, and even though computers are getting pretty smart, they'll still need people to help them run.
Great advice. Great advice. Question number 5, what other successful leaders of teams would you like to recognize that have had a positive influence in your life?
I am a big fan of a guy named Dr. John Maxwell. And I love his work. I love his books. I've met him before. I think he's a super guy. I believe in his ability to help influence other leaders, and he's spent better part of 50 years working in that space. Um, we talked briefly about servant leadership. So the Greenleaf Institute, the people there are phenomenal. I also have been influenced by this younger gentleman. His name is Galen Emanuel, and he is a, a a team expert in terms of getting people to talk and engage and to start to communicate well with each other. Galen Emanuel, I respect him.
Those are two
Mr.
great individuals. I know of Dr. Maxwell. I've never met him, but I certainly read a few of his books. And thank you for recognizing the other individual as well, because those sound like great people. So thank you.
Yes.
Last question. Tell us about your first job.
My first job was at International Business Machines. I worked for IBM
Yeah.
in 1988. I got there and got bit by the IT bug, and I stayed in information technology until, well, I'm still kind of in it. Um, when I was there, I was a clerk stenographer, and that meant I was the email. So what would happen is that we'd get these magazines that would go to the executives, and I would put a distribution list on it with a label, and I would bring it to their desk, and they would scratch their name off when they were done with it. And then I bring it to the next guy. So I kind of was the email. And that was a lot of fun. I was in their graphics department, and I also ran the mail. So I thought that was the best thing.
Oh, it sounds like it. That sounds like a really fun job, even before
It
the
was
email.
fun. I was a kid. I got to walk through places. I liked it. I got to wear nice clothes. It was neat.
There you go. That's a great start. I like that.
Mhm.
Well, Dr. Bennett, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. How can people find you?
Oh, if you want me, you can write me at training@elwanda.com or teams@elwanda.com or visit my website, elwanda.com.
Fantastic. This is Sean Richards with the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. For more ideas, go to teamengagementpodcast.com, and you can find some ideas on boosting engagement within the team. That's teamengagementpodcast.com. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day.
Thank you, and be